What? What? How? Okay. How could you forget you were a kitsune?
This question is irrelevant in the current situation. If you wish, you can ask me about it later. If you believe that I've been keeping my true identity a secret on purpose, you are mistaken.
Oh yeah, because you got some
no
like bite
in
or
your
something.
causes, your battles, or your secrets, if you have any. All I need from you is your assistance with my experiments. And with this.
I have no words. Can I just stand here silently and look like I'm thinking something smart?
When the guy who's half lizard with a big horn says that you're weird, then you know you're weird. What was that? I found myself in emptiness and a voice asking me questions.
I suppose it was a trap that yanked our minds out of our plane and temporarily transferred us to another one. I wish I knew which plane. By the way, did you know that the most efficient way to disarm a corridor's worth of magical traps is with the help of a scientist who has been told that the formula for an elixir of the ancient races lies hidden at the end of said booby-trapped corridor?
Whose voice do you think that was?
I haven't the slightest idea. But it is most definitely an extremely wise entity. Besides, the entity displayed no aggressive tendencies, which gives us hope that it can be reasoned with.
So, what do you think about that?
The voice in the emptiness asked me, and judging by your reaction, you too, who I am. And merely stating my name failed to satisfy it. The trap then forced me to assume my true form, which I had completely forgotten about.
How does one forget they're a kitsune?
I suppose...
And then them forgetting that fact...
This trap wasn't a trap per se. It rather was a closed portal leading to some hidden place that can easily unveil secrets and reveal the truth. The one who spoke to us seemed to solve me like a riddle, in an instant, just by looking at me. I would like to meet this entity. Can you imagine which secrets it can unravel? I want to speak to it, and you, my follower, must help me. But how can you get there? If there is a door, there must be a way to open it. If there's a lock, there must be a key to it. There is an inscription here, right on the statue. I am the void and the emptiness. I am the starting point. I am infinite. Tear my mask off and let it fall at my feet. I don't understand this at all. How thrilling!
Sounds like a riddle.
It does. It really does. I love riddles and puzzles.
How do we solve it?
Each of them is inscribed with a riddle, and each demands that something be placed at its feet. I guess we need some items that represent the answers to these riddles. But don't ask me where we should look for them.
Maybe we should ask one of these guises.
I don't think they can help us. Looks like all they can do is mumble their mantra about questions and answers.
Why are you so sure that the unknown entity behind the mysterious portal would even want to talk to us?
I'm not sure at all. But we must try. We simply must. Getting there and talking with this entity will be the greatest of my experiments. No exaggeration.
Looks like there's nothing more we can do here now.
With deepest regret, I have to admit that you are right. It's highly unlikely that we'll be able to solve this riddle right here and now. We'll have to temporarily withdraw so we can return when we're armed and ready.
Okay. Please tell me there's a... Nope, there's not another exit. So how's y'all not going? While we wait for these intrepid adventurers to trance up a mountain. Let us leave. I also can't do the quest there, you big dummy. Okay, so I think at this point it's just forward to go. So I want to pop on over to the army management again. I am going to quick save and try to face this demon army. See if I can beat it. It does say level 7, so we'll see. But, oh my god. Oh my god. So much is happening so quickly. 9 to 59. That's quite the range. 29 is good. I really wish there was a way to fast forward this. Okay, so we've learned I shouldn't be doing this. I can't believe that guy just one-shot all of my archers. Usually when I hover over it, it tells me what it is. I don't know. Well, I guess we're going to need some more units before we can take that on. So I guess let's switch back to the campaign then. Why is she a kitsune? Oh, he's a plus 15. Ooh. Movement speed, hit points, skill checks. That's on saving, that's pretty good. But, I mean, skill checks is pretty good too. Alright, begin resting. I understand you paladins. Well, really is I don't understand the huge clanking suits of armor you wear. Watch out, here comes Sir Clanks-a-Lot, everybody. So what? This way everybody knows that good is on the way to beat down evil. I like that sentiment. The sound of justice! Underground hideout. Apparently I'm entering Leopard's Smile. What? Danger and distress rest heavy upon the scales, their measure soaring on the dangerous march to Dresden. The army moves steadily along the bank of the West Selen, scarred with canyons and ravines. Suddenly, a group of scouts returns. Anevia, the leader of the group, makes 2 urgent signs to the soldiers. Wait and quiet. She dashes through the ranks to the commander, who awaits her report. We're in trouble, the girl whispers. The road ahead is split by a canyon. To get to Dresden, we'll have to go down and then up the other side. But the canyon is swarming with foul creatures. Vescavors. A real pain in the neck. They won't shy away from our soldiers' weapons. I think she's more kind of like a cavalier. They won't shy away from our soldiers' weapons, and they've already managed to gobble someone up. Looked like a caravan of refugees from Canabras lost its way. No one has ever reported Vescavors so far from the center of the world wound. Where'd they come from? Nevia bites her lip. They still haven't noticed us, but that won't hold true for long. Maybe if we retreat quietly? The commander makes a sign for her to stop. Find out what else is known about the enemy. Those nasty little critters, they can ruin your gear and drive you nuts with their buzzing. Anevia says in a rush, they got a queen, the mother of the whole swarm. She's a right horror, but if we kill her, the bulk of the swarm will scatter and we'll take care of the rest of them somehow. After hearing the scout's report, the commander prepares to convene a council. The commander and his companions convene on a field council. The army cannot march around the obstacle, for there's no other road. Retreat is far too risky. Should the swarm notice the army and catch it out in the open, no one would survive. None utters the word trap, but fear hangs in the air. A swarm of omnivorous beasts just happens to be in the army's path. Someone has arranged for this, for their own nefarious ends. Rustling, grating, squeaking, humming. Everyone hears the voice of the swarm through the sky before the army remains clear. For now. How long until it's darkened by the flying spawn of the abyss? An idea, a decision, straight and sharp like a soldier's sword, appears in their minds. The Crusader Council grows grim. One unit must act as live bait to lure the swarm out of the canyon and clear the path to the Vescovor Queen. The commander will rush the monster, killing her quickly before the swarm decimates the army. They will get but one chance. I don't like this. A dark question looms. Who will lead the fateful squad and be consumed as bait? In moments of extreme stress, one often says one thing while meaning quite another. The hidden words often reveal many a curious thing. And what do we see here? Irabeth nobly states, I am an officer, best suited for this mission. But in truth, she means, I cannot burden another with my responsibility. Tuliel, send me! Nura, the historian, emerges with an unexpected suggestion from behind the commander's back. This is just the sort of situation where ingenuity and knowledge of the enemy will be more useful than swords and armor. While she speaks, she thinks, I need to prove myself. The commander thinks he should. The Hell Knight Regal steps forward. My people will fight to the last, even as the swarm tears through our armor and strips the flesh from our bones. But his motives are plain. My superiority over the Crusaders will not permit me to cower behind them. I've eaten so many bugs in my life, it's only fair to give them a chance for revenge. The Margolan hides his face and his fears in plain sight. I'm a dead man walking already. A life much such as mine is worthless. And silently he begs for more. Sacrifice me, or give me a chance to prove myself. Solciel. The ones who distract the swarm will need a healer. Solciel is the only one who speaks plainly. A healer might bring a few through the Vescovors alive. The rest of the council remains silent, and this silence is filled by the chorus of, there are others better suited, and the commander needs me alive. Does the commander hear these unspoken words? What will they lead him to decide? The fateful truth will be led by. This is... I think I'm going to trust Nura, because I think she's going to be able to outmaneuver the swarm. The commander and his party disappear among the rocks, preparing to slip down into the canyon, while the swarm is distracted by their bait. A tight-lipped Anevia shows the way. Behind them, the final preparations are being made. Here's what we'll do, Nura instructs the soldiers. We'll approach the precipice, stomping and banging our swords against our shields. We'll get the swarm's attention as quickly as possible. Passion burns in her eyes, and her lips curve into a smile of satisfaction. The soldiers tread fearfully down the road toward the dark edge of the canyon ahead. The rift that yawns open before them whispers, rasps, rattles in thousands upon thousands of voices. Vescovors gather below, but the sky is open above them, and the flying creatures might rise up and attack at any moment. The soldiers soon find the first body, the mangled corpse of a refugee from Canabris. A few straggling Vescovors wriggle inside the dead man's gaping chest. Ugh! Ugh! Tiny larvae and greenish shells. Oh, I don't like bugs. Ugh. Tiny larvae and greenish shells are shuffling legs and hinging jaws. They don't seem menacing at all. But then, the rasping noise stops for a moment, and a high, vibrating note pierces the air with new force. A blur of blackish-green cloud rises above the canyon. The swarm has taken the bait. The time to act shall come. The leader of this fateful squad shouts, and they shall... No! Not fight to the bitter end! No! Scatter! Nura, swift and fleet, is splendid at the chase, dodging from place to place, diving into inconspicuous cracks between stones. She gracefully avoids the Vescovors, but her soldiers are not as nimble, and their armor naught but a burden. The whispering, screeching song of the extraplanar Vescovors clouds the mind, and foils any escape from the creature's jaws. The warriors fall one by one, screaming in pain, while their friends scatter across the area, are too far away to aid them. Cries of agony rise up from them. I made a bad choice, apparently. Filling the soldiers' hearts with horror. The rasping mumbling and buzzing of the swarm paralyzed the soldiers' will. Poisonous mandibles cut through armor and bone. The swarm could scour an entire city from the face of Galorian. These modest forces present no obstacle. No matter what strategy the mortals choose, it is impossible to resist the eternal hunger of the abyss. Vescivores are its embodiment. No malevolent mind or terrible monster, but a million of half-sentient creatures who knew no goal but destruction. An effective weapon for those prepared to trade fertile soil for wasteland. A chance yet remains for the commander to save his people, at least some portion. What will the leader decide? Okay. I feel like that wasn't the best choice, but I feel like it wasn't the worst choice. Spots of light and shadow dance along the walls of the canyon. High above your head, a swarm gathers, dark as a rain cloud. There are so many Vescivores they block out the sun. Luckily, you've escaped the attention of the swarm, which is focused upon the troops you're using as bait. For now, at least. With a tired gesture, Nevia wipes the sweat and dust from her forehead. There's anxiety in her eyes. Commander, the beast we've come for is on the other end of the main corridor. There's a lot of burrows and plenty of beasts in them, but you better not delve too deep. Our people won't hold out long enough for us to clear the whole area. On the other hand, I saw the bodies of some poor caravanners down the side holes. They have some valuable stuff on them. The bugs will eat anything we don't grab. They can't tell the difference between flesh and steel. Wait. So they're eating all the treasure while we're standing around talking? What are we hanging around for? Come on, there's no time to lose. Did you manage to find out where these beasts came from? I'm not sure, but there are clear signs of a ritual closer to the queen bug's lair, and they're fresh. Maybe somebody summoned this scum specially for us. The demon filth figured out that we're never going to let Canabras go. Too bad we don't have a magic specialist who could figure out what those runes mean. The words magic specialist bring Nenyo out of her reverie. Huh? What? I'm a specialist? I'll get to the bottom of this. What happened? Can you tell me anything useful about the monster? I never fought these before, so I don't know much. She's a nasty beast. She spits acid and summons her spawn from around the area. One more thing. When I tried to get closer, I started feeling sick as a dog. I guess, like a lot of demons, she knows how to get inside your head. Well, great. A huge, hungry, head-spinning, acid-spitting bugs. And I thought these crusaders were all about the pretty armor and tasty rations, and sometimes saving beautiful maidens in white dresses from dumb demons. Oh, how interesting. Sounds like a Vespapor queen. An exceedingly rare creature, I must say. I'm looking forward to an encounter to conduct the experiment. The world must know what is more dangerous, mandibles snapping shut on one's hand, or acid eating at one's skin. Sometimes I wonder how you're still alive. Let's move. Good luck. I'm right behind you, covering your back. I'll catch up when it's time to deal with the queen. Oh, cool. We're having Nevia fight with us.
Let us be off.
I'm going to turn on turn-based combat for this part.
We won't fall here. I swear it. Go. Be gone, fiend. You crossed the wrong monk.
No glory without risk!
Let's move.
Okay. Whew. I really don't like bugs. Ew.
They refuse to accept their statement.
What? Wait, what? Why didn't I... Whoa. What is happening? Am I, like, slowed or something?
Fall.
Can I charge? No. I can charge this one, though. Can't charge either of those.
Cover me, alright?
Old Jib's fine, though, for some reason.
Endure this.
Nice.
Strike with all your might. I will bring down the divine wrath.
The inheritor, guide my
Alright, I'm gonna turn off turn base because this is a little much. I don't know what the side passages are. That's the problem I'm having right here. I'll just quick save as I go along, and... Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Why did you turn off your attack? Commander, we're holding on for now.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Might be trap. Whoa, 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 whoa! You didn't say that!
Anything new?
Okay. So I'm going to cast haste on myself and pause frequently, because I don't want...
Yet another obstacle.
I don't want to lose troops, and I have lots of haste I can use currently. Where'd you come from?
Strike count.
Oh!
Eternal
Can we
Rose,
retreat
I
already?
call upon you.
I don't like that.
What's that?
I don't like how the game's making me feel bad.
March on. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Are we out of haste again?
Always open to ideas.
To battle, my friend. I stand ready.
They're acting like I've been spending time.
You can handle them, right?
Irrelevant.
I really hope the pause time doesn't count.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Let us be on.
Okay, so when they say every minute, they are actually about in-game time. They're freaking talking about actually. Like, oh, do you loot the stuff? The bottom of the canyon is split by a narrow crevice, with about one stride across at its widest. It's easy enough to jump over, or in places even step across. The obstacle doesn't seem a problem, or even particularly notable, but as you draw closer, you hear a terrible droning sound coming from the crevice. It seems to be howling, as if it's alive. Look into the crevice. You stare into the darkness of the void, trying to make out the strange sound is coming from. Not all at once, but your eyes pick out the contours of a body in the darkness. Someone small, perhaps a gnome, a halfling, or a child, rolled up in a ball at the bottom of the chasm under a stone ledge. He's crouched down with his head to his knees, and he's hugging his legs tightly. It appears to be one of the caravanners caught by the swarm. He's crying aloud, one continuous note, and it stretches as it echoes through the crevice, building into something truly haunting. I can see very clearly from here, but I'm sure the poor lad won't last long without help. But every moment we delay, our people will suffer terribly. Shaylin, save me from such choices. Not without effort, you manage to clamber down to the bottom of the crevice, tie the halfling with a rope, and pull him up. He doesn't resist, but he's a little help either, dangling helplessly like a puppet. The Vescivores inhabiting his eye sockets seem to have eaten their fill, and you easily pull him out and crush them. The victim sits on the ground and continues to cry, and the sound begins attracting unwanted attention. You hear the humming of disturbed Vescivores above. A mass of them separates from the main swarm and flies towards you.
I'll cheer you on from over there.
So what you're saying is, I saved some of my allies. I healed it. Magic can heal the Caravanner's wounds, but not as mine. For now, there's nothing more you can do for him. He seems scarcely aware of your help, and his crying and shrieking continues. A moment later, you hear another scream from overhead. Leaning precariously over the edge of the crevice above, one of your men falls to the bottom and dies upon the rocks. The other soldiers, now serving as bait, are up there desperately fighting for their lives and yours.
Let's move.
I feel wrong. Okay, turn-based mode, Vescivore Queen. Let's go.
Be victorious.
Okay. Well.
You won't survive me.
The lights take you!
Did it say it just will saved? What?
Distract them from me.
I forgot to cast haste. Or pre-buff. Wow, I'm doing poorly. Hey, Anevia, do a little better maybe?
Endure this.
Into the fray!
Time to share your treasures.
Be gone, fiend.
That was it? I thought it was going to be way harder. Come on! Come on!